does fabulous professional makeup application. Make an appointment today and see how glamorous you can look. Call 561-409-4065 to book your appointment. Ivy Lee's Luxe Makeup and Beauty Lounge is located at 233 South Federal Highway on the first floor of the Boca Grand Building in Boca Raton. The number again is 561-409-4065.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Hello, welcome to the Becky and Boca Show. I have a great show for you tonight, but before we get started, I have a couple of things coming up I need to mention. Tomorrow night is the big show out at the airport. It's an automobile and plane show. I don't know if my guests know about this.
Oh, I don't think we do.
Go to my Facebook page and you can see that it's part of Concourse de Elegance, and they still have tickets left. It's great. It's like you can go inside luxury airplanes and helicopters and cars. It's great. It's at Boca Airport. And then on Saturday, I have Dolores Catania coming in for Body Squad, which is right on East Palmetto Park Road.
What's
and
Body
she's going to be... Body Squad is like a body tightening treatments, and it's owned by Janet Allenby, dermatologist.
Oh.
And it's right there on East Palmetto Park Road. And we're going to have Dolores Catania from Real Housewives of New Jersey there from 11 to 4. And then next Thursday, instead of doing my show here in the studio, I'm going to be in Meisner Park with MTN Matchmaking. They're having a big grand opening event for Boca Raton. So we have all this stuff going on. And that is at
there'll be a
Luck
big
Bar.
turnout.
Yeah, so
There'll
look
be
at
a
my
big turnout.
social media for all of those things, and everybody's got to show up. Now, one more thing, I want to thank Ivy Lee's Luxe Makeup and Beauty Lounge for my makeup. They're fantastic. They're also going to be doing Dolores on Saturday. And now I want to introduce you to Jewel and Steven Zellman. They've been on my show before. They're one of my favorite Boca Raton couples. They are interior designers. They look like it, don't they? You guys are like so stylish. And you just opened an office right here on East Palmetto Park Road, right down from Body Squad. You can walk over.
It is right down the street.
Yes, it
I
is.
walk past it. Yeah.
Great street. There's this. For those of you that aren't from Boca Raton, there is a stretch of East Palmetto Park Road that goes about, I guess, 6 blocks to the Intercoastal and then right over to the beach. And it's like downtown Boca. It's beautiful.
It's getting better
lined
and
with
better
palm
and better.
trees. It's gorgeous. Lots of little restaurants and shops. And that's where you guys just opened your shop.
And that's where we are.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
So you want to tell us a little bit about your place?
Well, it's a freestanding building that it's all glass front,
It's
right on the road.
beautiful. I
Thank
was
you.
in there.
Thank you. And we're very excited about it. We're in the perfect area where people, it's funny, we sit there and we say when the bridge goes up, there are cars lined up and they're standing right in front of our place.
I know.
And we did it because people have been obviously we've been in business 31 years. I've been doing this.
Yeah.
And people know who we are. They understand it. But it's nice that people put a place to what they've heard or what they see in advertising or from what their friends say, so they can sit there and they see a lot of the social media that we've done and some of the other not just ads but features that we've been involved with. And then they get to see that, that's the place. I remember them. And then it's funny, we've gotten a lot of people just walking in and saying, hey, how you doing? And I'm doing this. And
It's becoming very pedestrian friendly along there.
It is.
It's a great place to
We
walk.
did need that.
It took a long time for that road to become that way.
Well, it's funny because we were renting right across the street in Palmetto Promenade for the longest time, and we
the
were
big
always
new,
staring.
apartments. Okay.
And we were always staring at that space,
At the
going,
place.
God, we should
Wouldn't
really
that be
rent one
nice?
of these places. And we had some conversations, and then we eventually did it. And the reality is that, as Steven said, he's been in business for 31 years. I can't claim that length of time with him, but
You
the
guys
bottom
got
line
married how long ago?
we got we only
and
a
a
couple of years ago.
Yeah, just
only
a couple
of
years,
years ago. Yeah.
it'll be 2 years, coming up 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and together for
Congratulations.
4 and a half. Yeah, so we're cruising along.
Yeah, I know. You're becoming one of Boca Raton's celebrity couples.
I know.
Everybody knows you guys.
We don't know about that, but we're happy, we're thrilled, and we love to live in. Well, we don't live in Boca anymore. We live back in Del Rey, but we love to have our office in Boca. And as Stephen was saying, it's a wonderful space because our old office was hidden. We still had a ton of work, but the thing is, you didn't have any of that free advertising. You didn't have any of that
right
just
along
storefront
a busy
where people
promenade
could
like
see
that.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we would get referrals, and we would get people like, I saw you did this job. I want to come in. How do I find your office?
Right.
And I think we
So
started
it
to
helps
realize
for people to know exactly where you are
Right.
and pass by it every day.
yes, to be in a very, very centralized spot in the middle of
it's
all
great.
the restaurants. Great
It's-
to entertain
Yeah,
our clients.
You can just walk to anything from there.
Yeah, and believe me, we're working on our weight because of that.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
know,
It's like the
really-
pounds keep creeping on because it's too
Really good
easy.
restaurants.
Yeah, it's
I
too
know.
easy to have a bottle of wine
Yes.
and some fantastic Italian
Oh.
food and wonderful seafood and
Great place.
on and on.
Okay, for anybody that's not familiar with exactly what you do, you are interior designers, but does that mean you just do the furniture, or do you do the build outs, or you do the whole concept? How does that work?
We're both going to answer it.
No, you've been very good at that. So I'll let you.
Thank you.
All right, so there's a big difference. We've actually been doing some sort of educational HGTV-esque kind of videos
You were
on this.
on a TV
Designing
show recently.
Spaces.
We
Design
were just
Spaces,
on the show Design
yeah.
Spaces. But one of the things that I think is really important is people don't know the difference between a decorator and a licensed design
Right.
firm.
And that's what I want you to clear up.
Right.
Okay.
So, decorators are wonderful, and they're capable of absolutely giving you a beautiful home, but in a different way than we do. So they don't have the contractors, the electricians, the fabricators,
I see.
the
Okay.
mill workers. They don't have this whole team, and they don't have a license to do that work
Right.
either. So what they can do is they can go in, they can put up wallpaper, they can pick rugs, they can pick sofas, they can pick a paint color, artwork, and do that and cosmetically alter your home.
Okay.
We actually can build something from the
Change
ground
it.
up.
Well, we
Yeah.
can't build it. We hire trades to
Well,
do
what
it.
I mean
Yeah.
is we have a license to work with the trades and help design
so you
a
can take care
a
of
project from the ground
everything
up.
from-
Right. So we physically work with the architectural with the architects and the architectural plans, and we kind of alter floor
Alter
plans
spaces, do
and
ceiling-
alter
do
spaces,
ceiling
ceiling
details,
details,
built-ins.
stairwells, built-ins.
There's a lot of details in your office
Yes.
that are very interesting.
Yes, yes,
I
we
would
have to-
encourage people to stop in there and take a look.
Yeah.
Absolutely
So-
beautiful.
Yeah, so but those things really make a difference, because the way I kind of look at it is, people say, well, the details are nice additives. No, the details are the design. If you don't have those details, then you're really just sticking some pretty stuff in a room.
Right.
So when you actually design the shell and the interior of that shell, the ceilings of that shell, the walls of that shell, the backgrounds, the built-ins, all of those things,
There's so much that goes into it.
right,
People
and
don't
then
realize.
exactly, and then after all of that sort of conceptualized and been designed and been created, and all of the suppliers we work with, and all of the builders that we work with, we then go in and we can then design the interior to work with all of that shell, and that's an art form as well. So the whole thing together really takes an exceptional amount of skill, an exceptional amount of
Yeah.
time, computerized CAD, CAD
I saw the
elevations
computer in
and-
your office where you can go right in through a house.
Oh
and-
yeah, so we build it.
Incredible.
We computer generate the projects that we do, and we work on everything from residential to commercial. And when I say commercial, I mean we work on homes, villas, condominiums, restaurants, and hotels. So
and
we
you
work on
even work in the
everything.
islands. I know you
We
were
do.
somewhere recently, right?
We do. We work in the islands. We're not going to say where, because
Okay.
it's a big secret until it's done.
Okay, cool.
But we are working. We're doing more projects in the Caribbean. We have before, and now we're working in different islands in the Caribbean.
We
so
have
it's
we
nice.
have a love for the Caribbean. So
I know that. Yeah.
So for us, it's one day it'll be where we'll end up.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. Every time we go there, we go, right, we really should just build something.
Build something. I'm sure you will.
When
I
she
think
was
eventually
just
we
there,
will.
she was in a new house, and she said, "I'm with the contractor," and she's, "Look at this," and she's walking through the whole
I know.
space and showing me the stairs and showing me the views and showing me the balconies and the lobby. And she's like, "We should do this. We really should do this."
I gotta tell you something. I was almost ready to promote it for the destination as like a whole new complex. I talked to the guy. I said, "How quickly can you build these?" And he was like, "Well, it'll take me this long and this long." I'm like, I gotta shout
You got
this out
people,
to a
yeah.
whole bunch of people, because you could be
Oh,
building an
yeah.
entire community, because these are so cool. Yeah,
And
he
it's so
did
easy
really
to
a great
get to
job.
the Caribbean from South Florida.
Yeah.
You know, it's so nice that we're close to all that.
Yeah,
so you
it's
can
very
have
true.
a home over there. And
Well, it's true.
get
It
there
also
very
depends
quickly.
on the island that you're going to.
I guess
Some of
so.
them
I
are
don't know
more
exactly
difficult.
where you are.
Some of them are more difficult to get.
Yeah.
No. We were on an island that's easy to get to, but not
Okay.
all the islands are easy
Yeah.
to get to.
Yeah.
But it's fun projects to work on.
Oh, I know. And I know that that you guys also have been working. You worked on some big house in Fort Lauderdale recently.
What was on Designing Space is,
Okay, what was that one?
well, that's the penthouse at the Paramount.
Right.
Oh,
And we did that for a developer.
Okay.
It was his unit, and it's a 2-story. It's 7,000 square feet, 14,000 square foot total.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually,
floors.
if anybody wants to look on YouTube, they could see the Designing Spaces video. It's either on Zellman Style. You could look on ours, or you could look on
Okay.
Designing Spaces. They'll have
Okay.
it as well. Or you could even see that a promotional piece that we actually did for the space on our website, which is zellmanstyle.com.
Ooh,
Right.
okay, everybody, take a look at that.
There you go.
I got a plug in there.
We do have some pictures. Freddie, here we go. Here's some of your stuff.
Okay.
Okay, that's beautiful. You want to tell us
Thank
what we're
you.
looking at?
I'm trying to see.
So it's behind the camera.
Yeah, I can't see from here which job
It's
that is.
like the big screen TV over a.
Oh, that was we did a bunch of specs. We did about 7 different residences
like
for
that.
specs in a condominium because a developer wanted to actually furnish about 7 units. So that was one of the units we furnished.
Oh, how pretty. Okay, next
you.
one, Freddie.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
the same
like that
one.
wall.
that's
Look
also
at the
in,
lighting.
that's also in the same place.
That's the opposite wall.
That's an example of a built-in that we create. So we design it, we design the lighting to it, we design the panels, we design
Wow.
the whole wall.
Wow,
and so
that's
that adds such an element to
It
a room
does.
that a painted wall and some
Right.
moldings just wouldn't add that.
And the interesting thing is what you don't see there and you don't realize is one of those panels on one side. The reason why there's two panels on both sides is that there's a column in one of them. So it's a structural column that's holding up the building.
Oh.
All right. So in order to hide it, we make it look like. See, you embrace the issues. You don't
I
hide from them.
see. Right.
So you make them look like they're part of the
Part of
design.
it.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, next one, Freddie. Oh, that's pretty.
No. Oh, that's a bedroom.
Dining room with a really pretty blue. But I like the.
No, that's a dining living.
Yeah,
That's-
over in the
that's-
living
We have a-
space. Is that like a textured wall?
We have a tripod in
Yeah,
front of
the-
our
I know
face, so
it.
we can't
Yeah.
see
Well,
it.
no,
Okay.
that's actually a
You
hand.
can lean around because you're not on camera right now.
That's a carved wall. All right.
Carved
Yeah, it's a
wall.
carved wall. That's a carved piece. We do a lot of our own. We have
wow.
we have great artists. We have great mill workers that'll carve a piece
Oh
and
my
do it out of that. And
goodness.
also
Yeah.
that also is a
So you
column
custom make that for the
between the
space?
spaces.
We
What's
custom
that?
make most of our things.
Oh wow.
If you see the one side there's also a column because you also see the piece going across, and that's a column that comes down, and there are water pipes inside there. So we hid the water
So you're
pipes.
covering it up.
So this is one of the things that's a huge difference.
Right.
So
We
when we
create
see
the space.
right,
Yeah.
we create the space. So like that's the difference. A decorator designs the space they're given, and we
Yeah.
actually create the space that's going to be.
Right. I like that. Okay, next one, Freddie. Oh, pretty.
That's
Yeah,
Highland
that's
Beach.
like-
That's Highland Beach.
That's Highland Beach.
Look at
Yeah,
the windows of the views.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
Highland Beach, and
That's
that's
3621.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty.
Those were 6 townhouses that we were involved with in designing, and they were $7 million each.
Oh, wow.
Right on the beach, and that was again.
They're like 5 stories high.
No, they're three. They're well, they have a bit between the basement and the other story. They go up to from the ground floor because the theater in the ground floor goes up 4 stories, and then it has a
And
rooftop
then it has
deck.
a rooftop deck. So it's like having 5
So
floors.
it's got an elevator.
Yeah.
Yes,
it has an
has an
elevator. It
elevator.
does.
I live in a 3-story townhouse and I have an elevator.
Yeah.
You
You kinda
need
need
it
it after,
sometimes,
yeah.
especially for groceries and things like that, or suitcases. So this is like a lighting element. It looks like a
Ceiling
trade
detail.
ceiling
Well,
with.
yeah, and you're going to see
Okay.
furthermore when you get into the Paramount, when we get into the penthouse that we did there. But we do a lot of ceiling details and ceiling elements. That was something that I got involved with many years ago, and people used to always say that's your specialty. But
Wow.
it's between the lighting and the ceiling details, because you could do
the
ceiling
backgrounds,
details,
yeah.
and if you don't light them the way they should be lit,
They don't look.
you really
that-
don't notice them.
Right.
So you take a ceiling like that and you do the proper lighting and you make it really stand out. It looks fantastic, including lighting behind panels when we do them.
Yeah.
Lighting behind mirrors. We've got lighting is the most important
Yeah.
part of
Now
design.
that I'm looking at this whole thing, I'm seeing lighting everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Next one, Freddie.
That's also the same.
Oh, look at that.
That's in the same buildings.
Oh my.
So the nice
goodness.
element there is I mean, besides the design is the architectural design.
Yes,
is
the
that just
ceiling.
wall? No, the wall. Well, yes, the ceiling. But I was just talking about the fact that the wall disappears.
Right.
So the wall goes into the wall, and you're completely in an open air
Oh my gosh.
space on the ocean.
Yeah, the panels inside there. It was the way the developer gave it was an open ceiling on the top. They had they did the drop on the outside, but in order to create something a little bit different, we did wave panels.
Yeah.
Inside the
Wow.
coffers.
So is that what we're looking at up on top there?
That's what you're looking at on top. And it does light, but the picture isn't lit because it was during the day.
During the daytime.
Yeah, so you usually want to get that more at nighttime so you can see it because it'll really.
Wow, so you're like really focusing on the water there, but everything is so
well,
pretty.
that's what you pay for. Is you want to bring the gear towards what you paid for.
It's your absolute greatest piece of artwork.
Yeah. I like the big island too.
Yeah.
To work on for the kitchen there. Wow, very nice. Okay, next one, Freddie.
Well, we got a lot going on.
Ooh.
That's Paramount. That is, and that's
Paramount,
what we're talking
that's
about.
in Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah, that's the penthouse we did in Paramount. You'll see, the to the left. You'll also there's a little lounge area that we did, and that's what it is it's hand painted from the back, and then they drip lead in the front to do that. The artwork is J. Stephen Manolis, one of my favorite artists and a world famous artist. Love his work, and you'll see more of that. And that's what's in the dining room. The light fixtures, all the pieces there. This was an empty space. Every drop you're seeing is hiding something. All right, above this is a pool, and there's a drain it's a drain.
Above it is a pool.
There's a pool. Now the column that's there, that's actually a column. We made that into a bar, so you can pass through.
That.
But there's water pipes right in those areas. That's why we dropped it the way we did. But again, you see the way it's a rounded building, and the way we did those features on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Is we made them look like they're not mistakes. They're not something that was
intentional.
Yeah, they're part of the design. You're going to see more. It gets more exciting.
Very pretty. Okay, we got more, Freddie? Oh,
that's
there
right.
we are.
We're not as exciting.
I thought you'd see more. All right. So I got to say one thing, though. I'm going to tell you something. You helped us out with something because last time we were on the show, we were so comfortable. We were sitting like this.
Oh, I know.
We were like this. All right? And we looked at ourselves and we said, "Man, we look so schlumpy. And why does she look so great? Why does she look?"
She looks fabulous.
And Julie goes, "Look at the way she's sitting." So as uncomfortable. Now, as uncomfortable as this might be,
it doesn't look uncomfortable when you're looking at it, though, does it?
No, it doesn't. So
but it is.
After the show, we're going to do this. But for now,
you're sitting up.
So I want to thank you for that because now every time we have something that we're doing,
it's true. Now we sit up.
It makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
It does. It does. After you start to see yourself too many times looking like a schlep, you're like, what am I doing? Do I actually look like that all the time?
Well, you guys look good no matter what. That's what I like about you. You have the look of designer, too. Well, thank you. You guys are just like, that's why I love having you guys on here. Okay, tell me, if I were going to build out a new condo from scratch or something, what is the latest, coolest stuff? I really like nice things, and I mean, I like textures and skins and things like that.
We might have different thoughts about this.
Okay.
No, we will have different thoughts.
Yeah, we definitely will have different thoughts.
We different. You know what? I mean, when you saw the model that we did for Royal Palm Residence, which we're designing, and
very pretty.
We did a model in the sales center. It just opened up and doing fantastically. We're also owners.
Yeah.
We bought a villa unit there, and
that's
we're very
right
excited.
Downtown at the corner of Fifth Avenue and Palmetto Park Road, right?
Park Road.
And they're going to have
the units are going to be behind.
It's behind,
right?
The sales center is on Royal Palm.
Right.
It's right near the back entrance to the Boca Resort.
Yes, exactly.
Right there, and across the street from the park, where I don't remember the name of the park, but that's
Silver Sands, maybe.
Silver
But
Sands.
I'll tell you, it's very exciting because that whole park is getting redone.
And there's going to be views of the ocean from that.
Yes.
From
Yes.
many of the units.
Oh, very pretty.
So, but even if they don't have, but they have views of the Boca Resort and everything else. So you're seeing the golf course. You're always
you have a view
there's
no
bad
matter
views.
which way you look.
There's no bad views.
You have a city view if you look the other way too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
nice.
you have a nice view no matter what.
Yeah.
So what they had on the floors there is, and I have a lot of teaching older, some of our older clients is a little difficult sometimes because you sit there and you tell them we want to do porcelain floors. And they say, well, porcelain, I want marble.
They think of old porcelain tiles.
And I said, and they think of porcelain tiles. Well, porcelain now is just so fantastic. And the way they make it, when it first started, when I first looking at porcelain, it was like a picture, and it looked like a picture. It looked like a bad picture.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
They would put it on something, and you'd see it, and you go, wow, that doesn't look great. And now they do it where it looks as good as anything you've got, any marbles,
as any real stone, as any real anything.
And it's non-porous. So it won't discolor.
Right.
So you can have,
it takes all the abuse you want to
get.
get.
You ever put a rug down on something and the sun comes in and you pull it up, you'll see the marble is all discolored.
Yeah.
It's from one to the other.
Right.
You don't have that. It doesn't stain, so if you spill something on it, you spill red wine,
You drop things on it, it doesn't crack. It doesn't break.
Wow.
I mean, it's really...
So that would be the latest one.
remarkable.
Porcelain floors in
porcelain floors, and they
condo.
come in really cool sizes, and you could buy slabs of it.
Oh, these were the great big squares,
Yeah,
right?
those
And let me
are
tell you
40 by
something.
40, but you could also buy slabs. So you could buy 12, you could buy 10,
you could do the
buy
whole
4.
room in one slab.
So you could sit there and have these huge slabs.
You can have exactly like he's saying. You can have a 10-foot slab.
Oh, wow.
And have your floor be like slabs of wall. I mean, just incredibly
Well, that's
cool
exciting
things.
because I think for a long time it was pretty much marble floors were the thing, right?
Yeah, marble floors and wood floors. And now, because they're also imitating wood floors, and
Yes.
they're fantastic. And they show the grains, they show the knots, they show everything that they didn't used to. They used to just it was like painted on.
Yes.
And now they sit there and they make it look so realistic. And for Florida,
It's
listen, I
perfect.
love wood floors.
Yeah.
If I lived in New York.
Yeah.
All right. We'd have
Old
wood floors in
reclaimed
10
wood
seconds.
floors in a
But you
heartbeat.
live in Florida, and the worst thing is you have these hurricanes, you have humidity, you have water that comes through.
It's wet.
And you don't even know it, and it comes underneath, and it pulls it up. All right? Well, you don't have that problem with porcelain.
Yeah.
It's not pulling it up.
But it looks just like wood.
But it looks just like wood.
Just
The only thing I'll tell you is, you do when you walk on it, it doesn't have that same soft feeling as
Yeah.
wood. But looks-wise, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
you wouldn't know
Keeps
the
you cool
difference.
because it's
Yeah.
chilly under your
Right.
feet.
Yeah.
Nice.
But one of the things that, like, I'm hoping that people catch on to here in South Florida, because there's different styles all over the world. And, we're travelers, and I've been a traveler forever. So I'm always looking for inspiration from other destinations, from other countries, from other cultures. And one of the things that I feel like I'm excited for us to catch on to is the rest of the world is going back to the details of floors. The details of the way the floors are being laid, the different colors. You can change a pattern halfway through.
Yeah.
You can make an ombre in a floor. You can do a chevron into like spikes, and it's all by using different tiles and putting them all together and creating almost like a mosaic on the floor. And I find that that's just another incredibly beautiful detail, like we do with the built-ins on the walls. It's just another way to design a space. And I think that right now, we found that the South Florida clientele is a little afraid of doing certain things because they want to obviously be on trend and so forth and so on. But I have a feeling that these things will start to come. We're going to start to get trends from Europe, which will be really, really nice. And I'm excited about those.
And what's funny is for a lot of years here, and if you go back 15 years, they used to all of a sudden they started saying, "Well, silver is the new gold." Well, now gold is the new silver.
Yes.
Because gold is back.
yes.
I got news for you. Gold
Really?
is back.
100%.
Okay, because it was silver for a while.
It was gold is back.
It was
A lot of
chrome
people
for a while.
accessories, chrome, and people
Yeah.
look polished and everything. And now even in more modern and contemporary spaces, because people always say, "No, it's gold's only going to go in these gaudy, these more traditional homes," and that's not the case anymore.
No. But the
Wow.
thing is that if you're following, like, we're obviously attending shows in Italy and we're attending shows
Right, so you're seeing all this
everywhere. So you kind of see ahead of time, where everything is going. And the nice thing is that there's a lot of detail and a lot of diversity in the options that you have now. You can go in and have petrified woods in your home and go with a completely cool beach, like a contemporary beach boho chic look, and you've got one whole kind of way of going, and then you've got the European influx that's coming back with the vintage and the retro inspired styles, and lots of velvets and lots of jewel tone colors.
Oh, I like
and
that.
really right, and
like
that's
that.
coming back in, and cool lighting opportunities
I was
are
gonna
coming
ask you
back
about
in
lighting.
different directions. Yeah, so you really can express yourself, and you're not wrong. That's the great thing, is that for a long time now, there's been a style.
Yes.
And now so many new styles are presenting themselves at the same time that you can express yourself differently, and you're all right on the mark, which is great.
Oh, it's very exciting.
Yeah.
And I like I said, I love to look at all different kinds of new interior design
Yeah.
and nice fabrics and nice textures, nice floors,
Yeah.
things like that. I remember way back in Boca Raton, maybe you remember this, everybody decorated in gray and mauve. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
When I first came to Boca, it was gray and mauve. But I'm glad that we've advanced from that.
Yeah.
So color or no color? Because I see a lot of white or just neutral beiges.
Well, because the only reason why I say this is because Florida is a transient area, and people buy and sell a lot because
Right.
values have go up tremendously.
biggest point.
And the only reason why I say this is because we like to design with color. We actually like color, but we always tell people that add your color with accessories, add your color with rugs, add your color with artwork.
Throw pillows.
Throw pops in there of color.
Right.
But if you're planning,
So you
on,
can take it out.
But,
I
but
see
so
what
you can
you're
change it, and you can you're not married to it.
So you have a
All right?
neutral palette, and then you put colors in.
Correct.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So
It's just safe.
It's safer. It's safe for South Florida because people will come down. They come down from their home in New York, or they're coming down from Massachusetts, and we get people
Chicago,
coming from
wherever.
they're coming
They're
down
not
from
used to
Brazil.
those Miami colors.
Toronto, yeah.
And we do love the color, but we how we add the colors is we throw it in there and we
Right.
make sure that people notice it. I mean, artwork is the best way to put it. I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you some artwork. sings and dances and makes you and
It
speaks a
can
lot to
really
you.
make or break his face, can't it?
I'm gonna interrupt for a
Okay,
second.
we got 1 minute, so let's-
We don't have a certain style. We do whatever the client wants. So if the client wants colorful, we'll go bananas and have
Yeah.
a ball
Right.
with color. But when we're doing spec, that's what
Yeah.
he didn't say.
Okay.
When we're doing spec, when it's for sale,
No, but
we keep.
we also try to tell because people do. They're buying places and they're saying we're going to live here for 3 years. So you have to be careful. Because they want to sell it, and you know
Right.
that. And I'm just going to say, I get scared. I was watching. Cause I actually watched the hands on the TV, and I'm going to end up in the hospital one day. I really am.
Take an eye out. I'm so sorry.
She
I love
talks
you.
with her hands.
I do.
like that, though.
I swear to
Expressive.
you, if you tied them behind my back, I think I'd be
Don't
like,
go crazy.
We were okay to kiss on TV, right? So
Absolutely.
I saw what happened with Adam. I don't want that.
Adam.
Okay.
Adam's going to be careful when he comes on here, right, Frank?
oh man.
All right, so we got to wrap this up. So this is Zellman Style Interiors, and this is Jewel and Steven Zellman, our local celebrity Boca Raton designers, and I really enjoyed this because
you.
I think
Thank
you
you
guys
so
have
We do
much.
too.
you guys have a really fun life.
We do.
And so,
And we have a great
business?
time. We have a great time talking to you. So
Well, I enjoy
we always
having you
love
on.
coming.
And come see us at 374 East Palmetto Park Road.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You have been watching and listening to The Becky and Boca Show. Tune in every Thursday night at 6 p.m. to discover all the ways to spoil yourself and have a good time in beautiful Boca Raton. See you next week.